こんばんは。フォレックス TV ニューヨークのレミです。5月1日木曜日の為替レポートニューヨークレビューをお伝えします。1日のアメリカ株式市場は反発しました。ダウ工業株30週平均は上昇し、前日比189ドル87セント高の13,010ドルで終えた。ナスダック総合株価指数は 67.91 ポイント高の 2480.71 で取引を終えた。ナスダックは1月10日以来の高値をつけました。ニューヨーク外国為替市場で円相場は反落しました。株高や市場予想を上回る経済指標を受け、円売りドル買いが優勢となりました。ドル円は前日比55銭円安ドル高の104円40銭から50銭で取引を終えた。円は一時104円60銭まで下落しました。またユーロ円は前日比70銭円高ユーロ安の161円55銭から65銭で取引を終えた。それではトムソン・ロイターズの通貨ストラテジストジョール・クルーガーさんとのインタビューをご覧ください。
Welcome to ForexTV.com's PM Exchange. It's Thursday, May 1st. I'm Remy Vicky. Today I'm joined by Joel Kruger, Senior Currency Strategist at Thomson Reuters. Good afternoon, Joel.
Hi, Remy. Good afternoon.
Great to have you on the show today.
Thanks. Good to be here.
Well, in today's session, the dollar is extending gains against the majors. Post-FOMC and ahead of tomorrow morning's non-farm payrolls, the dollar is extending gains. But after yesterday's FOMC rate cut and the accompanying statement, there appears to be a slow beginning to shift in monetary policy with the Fed and the ECB. And because your dollar has pulled back, do you expect to see more downside, and what levels are you paying attention to?
Yeah, I think that you can expect to see more downside. Yesterday, the Fed did indeed. Some people were expecting a little bit more of a hawkish statement. Some people thought maybe we'd hold, but it was pretty much priced in that we'd cut 25 basis points. But the accompanying statement was a little bit less hawkish than some might have thought. But at the end of the day, they have signaled to the markets that we could be at a bottom right here, and that we're going to probably be in a state of pause, provided nothing emerges that like we've seen over the summer. That in conjunction with a slowdown you're seeing abroad should benefit the dollar. The Eurozone is starting to slow. We're seeing that last night again. We see sentiment indicators are definitely showing downside on the euro side. It's waning there on the sentiment side, and definitely there's room for more euro downside. As far as levels, I think we go back down to right now looking at 150, 350, 154 as a viable downside target right now.
Well, Joel, while we're still discussing the euro as well as monetary policy, next Thursday, May 8th, brings forth the rate announcements from both the ECB and the BOE. So if you could tell us what you expect to see from next Thursday's meeting, whether you expect them to remain steady, at least for next week, and what this means for euro sterling.
Right. Well, I think as far as the Eurozone is concerned and the ECB are concerned, again, we are starting to see a bit of a slowdown. The one primary constant that's been with the ECB over the past several months is their focus on inflation. Again, last night we saw CPI coming in lower than expectations. So that if we start to see sentiment wane, as we're starting to see, and the slowdown within the economy in conjunction with more contained inflation, certainly that's going to put the pressure on the ECB to start to be able to look to maybe focus on not being as aggressive and possibly looking to start to cut rates. I don't think that they're going to be looking as soon as just yet to be cutting, but definitely we might be starting to see a shift in their policy to a more accommodative policy. On the BOE side, right now, we're seeing, we continue to see. We just had the minutes released recently. We saw, pretty much what we were which everybody expected to see, which was that a majority voted for a 25 basis point cut. The BOE will be expected to probably hold at the upcoming meeting, and maybe go to cut again in June. So that's the expectation on that side. As far as euro sterling is concerned, both fundamentals and technicals. Fundamentals on the euro, like that we've already talked about, and technically and fundamentally on the UK side of the equation. We had a financial stability report last night that came out of the UK, and that was definitely a little bit better than some had expected it to be. A little bit more, a better sort of tone, more upbeat tone, given this current situation. A sense that we may be seeing the end over in the UK.
以上、トムソン・ロイターズの通貨ストラテジストジョール・クルーガーさんとのインタビューでした。ForexTV ニューヨークのレミがお伝えしました。最新の為替情報については ForexTV ジャパンをご覧ください。